All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Makar Kwadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect to the nation of Israel. There's going to be a lesson going into secret societies and how if a person claims to believe in the scriptures, then they should believe in secret societies, because secret societies are mentioned within the Bible, right? The Bible mentions mentions secret societies, but you got some people that don't really believe these things, man. All right, here's a scripture. This is Psalm chapter 64 and verse 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him, and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. So what is literally said right there is that there's a secret council, all right? A secret council, a secret society, if you will, right? A secret meetings that go on at the perfect. And who's the perfect according to the scriptures? The Israelites, all right? The Israelites are those people that are going to be perfect, man. And let me get another scripture. This is Psalm chapter 2 and verse 1. Why did the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? Now, what's one of the vain things that these heathen nations imagine against the Israelites? That they're going to be able to make them be no more a nation before the Lord. All right? They secretly take counsels against the Israelites. And some people don't believe in secret councils and secret societies. They think it's a joke. But who caused for everybody to be having to wear masks on their face? Was that not a meeting that was done in secret, that the proof of what happened then ended up being open to the world, right? The signs ended up being open to the world, but the meetings and what they was going to do about it was done secretly, man. And then it became a thing where now everyone just has to do that. And if you don't do it, then you can't go into your store. You can't go into a store. Or they'll say that you can't go into a store. And some people was being made to be taken out of stores. And then the everyday clown started enforcing it themselves, right? Over here in the UK, there used to be, I don't know how it is in America, but over here in the UK, right, there used to be a time where a shopping bag, after you buy food or whatever, after you buy your groceries, it used to be free. Whereas now, I've seen them as much as 50 pence, which, to put it into the American terms or whatever, half a dollar, 50 cents, right, for a shopping bag after you buy your groceries or whatever, or you buy your shopping from the store, man. I've seen them as much as 50p over here, 20p, 10p, 5, 30, right? Whereas that's something that used to be free. And if you consider how long they've been making money from that, they've made millions from that, man. They've made millions from making a shopping bag have a price tag on it now. To where now when you go to a self-checkout machine, it asks if you need any bags and it will charge you depending on how many bags you say you need. And the standard price seems to be around about 10 pence, you know? But it's now something that was done in secret, that now the results are happening in front of people's face, man. Just like how the MOTB, right? The thing that's mentioned, the mark that's mentioned in Revelation, the 7th chapter, the 13th chapter, and the 16th verse. That's a council that's being done in secret. But eventually the results are going to be made known to everybody. It's going to be made mandatory for everybody on the earth. But people are thinking it's a game and it's a joke. As if there's not secret councils that happen in this world right now that you don't have a say over. So for people to laugh at secret societies, right, and for people to laugh at blood sacrifice and stuff like that, well, then you don't really believe in the Bible, man, because blood sacrifice is in the scriptures. And let me get a scripture on that. Let me get a verse on that right now. People laughing at blood sacrifice and saying, oh, you're a tinfoil hat, right? Laughing and mocking it, as if secret society is not mentioned in the Bible. Let me get it. This is Hebrews chapter 9 and verse 13. For if the blood of bulls and goats and ashes of a heifer, sprinkling the unclean, sanctifieth to the purifying of the flesh, because in the past, in the old covenant, right, before Yahweh Shai sacrificed himself, that was the way how the Israelite would cleanse himself, man. they would do a blood sacrifice. Verse 14, how much shall the blood of Hamashiach, who through the eternal spirit offered himself without spot to God, purge your conscience from dead works to serve the living power? So if the blood of animals used to be able to cleanse, how much more shall the blood of Yahweh Shai, right? Yahweh Shai was a blood sacrifice. And that's what a lot of people don't want to recognize, but that's what it is though. So people laughing at blood sacrifice, saying that people and thinking that people are not sacrificing right in times now. Well, then they don't really believe in the scriptures, man. Because the Israelites used to sacrifice. The most righteous nation in the world used to sacrifice. And they're going to be cleansed from the wickedness that Dave did because of a sacrifice that was done from blood. Verse 15. And for this cause is the mediator of the New Testament, that by means of death for the redemption of the transgressions that were under the first testament, they which are called might receive the promise of eternal inheritance. So the reason why Israelites are going to make it is because of a blood sacrifice. You've got people that laugh at the idea that the elites that are running this world are doing blood sacrifices in a wicked way. But it's true though. But that's because these people really, it's who it's coming from that makes these people not believe that these stuff's happening, right? It's because the people that are saying these things are not rich why people don't believe this stuff. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 25. Because the foolishness of God is wiser than men, and the weakness of God is stronger than men. For ye see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called. So if it was the noblest men of the Israelites that was preaching, if it was the mightiest men of the Israelites that was telling people these things, if it was the wisest men on the earth, the people that are considered the wisest men on the earth, really, if it was a so-called white man saying all of these things, everyone would be like, you know what, that's true, you know. I never seen it that way before. That's what they'd be saying, man. I'm like, yeah, I see it, no, I see it, you know. And that's why everyone in this world, man, if somebody does something, right, and it's completely off, right, it don't even make no sense, they say, yeah, but he's getting money, though. Yeah, but he's getting money, though. What are you doing? Like, a rich person can't even be criticized in this world because people are going to say, yeah, but he's rich, though. What are you doing? You literally can't say nothing about somebody that's got more money than you in this world, according to what these people say, because they'll say, yeah, but he's richer than you, though. What are you doing? What are you doing with yourself? As if being rich makes you moral. In fact, in this world, the richer you are, the bigger the scumbag you are. And the more dodgy stuff you've did behind the scenes, man. The more secret things you've did behind the scenes. Verse 27, but God hath chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise, and God hath chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty, and the base things of the world, and the things which are despised, have God chosen, yea, and things which are not, to bring to naught things that are, that no flesh should glory in his presence. So people are surprised about secret societies and don't want to believe it because of the people that are saying these things, right? You had a guy, this guy, Aaron Russo, he mentioned the secret societies and said that pretty much they want to implant people with a device, right? That's their overall plan. He's not alive anymore. So they had to kill him because they knew that he was high enough in the world where people would have believed it, man. And if he would have still been alive, people would have wanted to know more and would have inquired to learn more about that. But when we say it, they're like, man, I don't believe that. People don't believe it, man. As if the Bible don't mention these things. Let me read another one. This is Psalms 83 and verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. So it's clear that this stuff happens, man. Now, there's two more situations that I was thinking of in my mind, right? There's the situation with Haman, right? Where he said there's a group of people among your society that they've got a different ways to you, right? and he was telling the Persian ruler of the time, he was telling them that these Israelites don't follow your ways, and they was having a secret council to get to write into law that the Israelites can be killed. Right? You've got these people out here that don't want to believe these things, man. They want to try and think that it's a joke and it's a game, but I don't understand why they'd say that when it's clear. It's very clear that these things happen, man. It's very clear that it's written in the scriptures that this stuff happens. So what are these people talking about, man? They're full of shit. They're full of shit, man. I just gotta say it in the simplest terms possible. Also, in the book of Numbers, the 23rd chapter, they sent a man to try and put a curse on the Israelites, but he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it, man. He couldn't do it in Numbers 23. This is Numbers chapter 23 and verse 25. And Balak said unto Balaam, neither curse them at all, nor bless them at all. But Balaam answered and said, told not I thee, saying all that Yahweh speaketh that I must do. So he tried to send him to put curses on him, but he ended up realizing that it won't work, man, because the Israelites are covered by the Lord. These people do wickedness behind the scenes, man, that people don't see. So people thinking it's a joke about secret societies and these things. Well, all you're really doing, which I read this scripture yesterday in another lesson that I did, man. All you're really doing is not believing earthly things, so you're not going to be able to believe the heavenly things. This is John chapter 3 and verse 12. John chapter 3 and verse 12. If I have told you of earthly things and you believe not, how shall you believe if I tell you of heavenly things? If you can't understand that there's secret societies in this world, right, then how are you going to believe the heavenly things that are written, man? If you think it's a joke that there's a secret society of people that are way higher earning than you, that are planning and plotting things about that are going to affect your life in a mass scale, and you think that that's funny, well, then you clearly don't believe in the scriptures, man. And you ain't going to believe the heavenly things that are written, because you can't even believe these earthly things that are clearly known, man. You don't know what happens between all these MPs, what they talk about. You don't know what happens, what these presidents talk about behind the scenes, about what's going to be happening in the society that you live in. You don't know. So how can you think it's a joke that there's a secret society of people writing things about what's going to be happening in your life? What's funny about that? When there was in the last 2 years, they clearly saw the evidence. Everyone's companies were locked down. It was like a damn post-apocalyptic movie. Damn near when you walk out your house, the streets was emptied off, man. There wasn't nobody on them. So how can you think it's a joke that there's a secret society of people telling people to do things? I don't understand what's funny about that, man, or what's surprising about that. And I'll end the lesson there, man. There's way more things about this, but maybe I'll have to like do some research to try and bring them out better than I have in this lesson, man. But I just wanted to speak on that. All praises to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, B'Hashem Rakah Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the nation of Israel. Shalom.